Tuggy continues, this is the defining thesis of Unitarian Christian theology, and it is contradicted by any Trinitarian theology. All right, he's pretty strong in his position. Let's continue to see what he thinks. A Trinitarian, by contrast, thinks that the one God is the tripersonal God. Notice, one God, tripersonal. So that is one of the defining factors of the version of Trinitarianism that Dr. Tuggy is describing. Keep in mind, I incorrectly ascribed to the notion that Dr. Tuggy rejects all forms of Trinitarian theology based on the logical incoherencies of their theories. And that's not really what Dr. Tuggy's trying to convey. As I understand it, since he and I have begun to continue to dialogue with one another, I don't think he wrote back to me just yet. I haven't seen it, but I went back and listened to some of his podcasts again this week in preparation for this study tonight, and I went back and watched the entire video. It's like 2.5 hours long with him and Dr. Brown. I watched it over again, and this time I paid careful attention to what Dr. Tuggy is really saying about Trinity. And something that kind of stood out to me is that Dr. Tuggy actually says that if you as a Christian embrace Trinity, or one of the forms of Trinitarian doctrine, then good for you. If that's how you identify and relate to God and to Jesus as your Messiah, then that's good and well for you. But as a Unitarian Christian, he does not embrace any of the number of different types of Trinity theories that are on the table for examination. And that's an important fact that I kind of glossed over when I mentioned him in my video that was in question from last week. Dr. Tuggy is not trying to say that all Trinitarian theories are incoherent. Some are more scrambled than others. Some are a little more difficult and jumbled together than others. Some of them actually have a little bit more credibility to them, and some of them might even be pretty close to being convincing. So he's really trying to say that the types of Trinitarian theories that are out there that are weak, Christians probably shouldn't embrace those, but the ones that are pretty strong, Dr. Tuggy, as a Unitarian, if I understood what he said in YouTube debate, he said, hey, if that's the type of Trinity you want, theory that you want to embrace, go for it. I don't have a problem with that. So, yeah, that's what he said. If you think I misunderstood him, go back and watch the YouTube video yourself. I think I'll put a link to it in the description below, and you can tell me if I got it wrong.